Hello guys, today we are going to create a simple logo animation like this one. So to start, let's create a new composition and let's import our logo. I'm going to use this meta logo. You can find the project file along with the logo in the description. So let's drag the logo to the timeline panel. I'm going to scale it down like that. And first I want to animate this blue part of the logo. So I'm going to duplicate the logo, hide the copy, and mask out this part only. Okay, we're going to make a stroke animation, so let's add the effect named stroke. Okay, now with the pen tool, let's start tracing the logo. This doesn't have to be perfect, so don't worry too much. Make a approximation of the logo. And I prefer to not close the path. We have to select the mask we use to trace the logo. So it's the mask 2. And let's increase the brush size until it barely covers the logo. So let's adjust a little bit here. Now let's make some adjustment. Bring the brush hardness to 100% and decrease spacing to 0. Okay, this will make that the stroke is a smooth stroke. So now let's make a keyframe to end and move it a little forward and set the beginning to be 0. Okay, now you can see the stroke animation, and we want to make that the logo reveals itself with the stroke. So let's select this option and select reveal original image. So now the logo appears with the stroke, but it doesn't seem quite right, so we are going to smooth the logo with another effect. Let's add the effect named Roughen Edges, and this will smooth the border of the logo. So let's bring up the border to 100 and let's decrease fractal influence to 0. Okay, so let's increase this a little bit more and make a keyframe. Take the keyframe to the beginning and in the end set border to 0. Let's preview. Now let's easy the stroke animation. So easy these keyframes. Let's preview. Okay, that's better. Let's change the speed graph a little bit. Like that. We have this part of the animation ready, so let's animate the text now. Let's show the text layer. I want to animate the letters separately, so I'm going to make a layer for each letter and mask out each letter. So we are going to start with the M, now with the E. I'm going to mask with the pen tool. Okay, that's cool. Now with the T. And finally the A. Okay, now let's create a solid layer to make a matte. And let's bring it down here below the text, and now let's select all the letters, toggle switches here and select the solid layer as a matte. Let's invert the matte, and now if the letters touches the solid layer they won't be visible. So now let's animate the position of all the text. We will start with the M, so make a keyframe to position, move it forward, and here in the beginning move the M down below. Let's easy the last keyframe and let's preview. Okay, now let's change the easing in the speed graph to 100% and let's preview. It's cool, but it's really fast, so I'm going to move the keyframe forward like here, and that's better. Okay, I'm going to enable motion blur in this layer, and I'm going to copy and paste in the other letters. Okay, that's nice. Enable motion blur too. Now let's offset the letters by 5 keyframes. Let's see the animation. Okay, the animation is done, but the cut here is a little rough, so I'm going to move this up a little bit and creating a feather in the borders. So double click the rectangle tool, press F and increase the feather to 50. We have this cut here, so we have to decrease the mask expansion by the same amount. -50, and let's preview. We have to move the solid layer a little bit to hide the M. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so now let's create a background. So create a solid, name it background, and it will be a white background. Send it to the bottom. Okay, that's cool. I'm going to add a vignette to this background, so I'm going to add the effect name vignette, adjust it a little bit, and let's make this last 2 seconds. So with the letter N, I'm going to end the work area here. And now it's ready to export, so we're going to export with Ctrl M. And I'm going to export this in H.264. Press OK, select the output and change the name here. Click save and hit render. If you like this tutorial, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. See you on the next tutorial.